Hello beautiful people, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, my name is Cole. I love fun, bright, colourful makeup and I love talking about indie brands, especially ones from the UK. If you aren't new here and you didn't see my previous video, which was the Beauty Moon Christmas palette, sorry I disappeared. I intended on having a week off after Everyday October. And then we went to Blackpool, had a great time. I walked for miles and I had the most horrific flare-up. So my hip was not happy and I just couldn't have sat here and filmed, unfortunately. So we're a little bit late with this one. A little bit, she says. We're way too late. This is the ARTtitude Cosmetics Submerged Palette. I am so excited to try this one. Look how cute this unicorn is. Ow, it's not cute when it gives you a paper cut on your lip though. I'm so excited to dig into this today. This is what she looks like on the inside. She's stunning. I'm going to insert some swatches here. Well, I hope you had a lovely time looking at the swatches. As usual, I have not swatched this yet, and I'm not going to be swatching it until after I've done the look, because I like to live dangerously. This is stunning. It was nice for a change from ARTtitude to see just a one thing collection, just a palette release, because their collections are massive and my bank account cries every time. I'm going to leave this palette linked below. It will be an affiliate link, so if you do shop through it, thank you so much for supporting my channel. If you don't want to shop through it, that's fine too. And let me know as well in the comments if you've already picked this one up and what you think of it. So I think I want to do blue and green? Do I want to do green? No, let's do green and purple today, I think. I think this palette's going to pair beautifully with the Arcana palette, which I do really like. I just wish it had a bit more depth to it. So I think these two are going to pair beautifully. I have also recently ranked... I can't talk. I've not filmed for 2 weeks and I can't talk. Any ideas? Anybody? I have done a ranking video of all of my ARTtitude palettes before this one arrives, so I'm going to also link that down below. I think we're going to start off with the shade Cold, which is this one here. I'm just going to take it on a big fluffy brush. Once again, none of my brushes are clean. Do not judge me. This is who I am, basically. Maybe I'll clean them today. I do have to build a bookshelf after this, so maybe not. And then we've got a christening tomorrow, so they're probably not getting done this weekend either. But we're just going to put that Cold shade in the inner corner. Okay. On my very, 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 very pale skin, that's not really doing a whole lot. But I'm just putting it down so that I've got something to blend the purples into, because I think we're going to do like a classic Kohl look. We're going to do like a half and half cut crease, half purple, half green, I think. But that is not, it's not packing on much colour. It's a very, very light shade. Swatch it on my finger. Yeah, it's very light, and for me that is basically the colour of my eyelid. I have got the Beauty Bay eyeshadow base down already, and I will link everything else I'm going to be wearing in the video down below as well. Okay, we're going to start the green side, and I'm going to go in with a very, very small brush. This is P. Louise 143, and we're going to start with the shade Siren, which is this one here. I feel like some people will not like this colour story because there's not a whole lot of transitional shades in it. So we're using a very, very small brush because I kind of do want to blend this out so we can use it as somewhat a transition shade. And then I'm going to wipe the brush off on a towel, and I'm just going to take cold, and we're just going to use that along the edges to make sure that that is blended. And that actually has made that blend very nicely. I feel like I may have misjudged this shade. I feel like it's definitely here for a reason. It's not necessarily kind of meant to be a standalone colour. We normally end up, this one ends up too curved and this one ends up too flat. But today, this one's more curved and this one's more flat. I was going to say at least I'm inconsistently unsymmetrical, but I suppose technically I'm not today. Because they're the opposite way to what they normally are. Okay, and then we're going to do the same on the other eye. We're going to wipe off the brush and go in with cold. Which does, yeah, I really like this for blending. Is it going to be a shade that I reach for all the time? No. Is it going to be a shade I'm going to need when I pair this palette with other palettes? Probably not. But to use like as a standalone palette, I think this is a really interesting shade to put in that allows you to do those transitional kind of looks without kind of taking anything away or having a different transition for every colour. So I actually really like the idea of it. I've completely done a 180 on that shade. I'm just going to intensify the green a little bit more again. Right, okay. Let's go in with the purple. I'm actually going to start with a pencil brush for this. This is a JTE7 from Jordana T-shirt. I'm going to take Cove, which is next to Cold. It's like the second lightest shade in the palette. I'm just going to start pressing this into the crease. I don't know whether I want to connect them today, actually. Maybe we'll leave a little bit of a gap in between, maybe. That looks pretty cool, actually. I quite like that. And I am taking this right into the inner corner. We will obviously put a shimmer there, but... So I'm leaving just a very, very small gap. We might actually pack some of Cove on in there once we've done the rest of the shades, just to make sure it's nice and intense. And obviously a gap. Did I say Cove? I meant Cold. I don't know, I'm getting very confused. Too many C words. Naughty. Okay, and then we're going to go in with a fluffy brush. This is an R39 from Morphe, and I'm going to go in with the shade Deep. This is like a flat blending brush almost. And we're going to start, and we're going to do this very slowly because I barely touched the pigment then, and it is quite deep. Okay, I'm changing tacks again. We're going back to the pencil brush, and then we'll blend with that one, I think. So I'm just going to pack on Deep a little bit further down. Okay, and then I'm going to wipe off the R34 that I grabbed before, and we're going to mix Cove and Cold. Okay, I really like this. I like it so far. Okay, back in with our 143 from P. Louise. We're going to go in with Murky, which is this one here. Now these are all very, very, very pigmented, so I would recommend with these ones definitely like a small brush tap. You're better off going into the pan multiple times than ending up with way too much pigment on the eye. That's just going to make life very difficult. This shade, oh, I really want to do like a smoky eye with this one. I feel like that would look stunning. Like just this, and then a little bit of that lighter green to blend it out. Again, we're going to go into Cove. I'm going to mix it with a little bit of Siren, which is the lighter green that we used. So that is that. I think I am going to take a little bit of Cove. What is on this pencil brush? Like a murky green colour. Don't want that. And we're going to go back in with Cove on this pencil brush, and I'm literally just going to like pack it between these two shades just to brighten it up a little bit. Okay, that has made such a difference. I'm so sorry, Cold. I was so mean to you. And you are actually stunning. Okay, everything I said negative about Cold at first, I take it all back. It's beautiful. I love it. I have never had a shade like this in my collection, but I feel like I'm going to use it so much. So much. Okay, it is almost my favourite time, but I want to do the wing first. So I think we're going to go into Unforgiving, which is like a very deep navy blue. I do kind of wish there was a black in here, I'm not going to lie. And we're going to start the wing with this, and then we're going to blend it with the purples. I'm not overly worried about the outer corner because again we are, as always, going to clean that up before I do the rest of my face. I don't know whether I want to do negative space or whether I want to join it up. Let's join it up, I think. And then on the same brush, we're going to take, do I want to go straight into, yeah, I think we're going to go into Cove, not Cold. And we're going to use this to slowly start blending out this navy. Okay, and then I think I'm going to take that pencil brush again, and we're going to take Deep again, which is that darkest purple. Okay. Right, I think I'm happy with the mattes. Now it's the best time. I want to go into Submerged, which is this one here. It looks very blue on camera, but when I'm looking at it, are you gonna be able to tell? It goes really purple. Can you tell in the mirror? No, not really. Oh, maybe a little bit there. There. You can see it's gone like completely purple. So I want to use that one. I also want to use Echoes, because this looks beautiful. And then maybe a little bit of Moonlight in the inner corner. So we're going to start, I'm using, as always, a P. Louise flat brush. This is a C1. And we're going to go into Submerged. Ooh, that feels creamy. Just going to start. Okay. Okay. Hello, ma'am. Hello, pigment. Hello, hello, hello. Okay, that is breathtaking. I'm going to go up into the kind of wing we've created. What I need, right, is a flat brush like this, but I need it to be teeny tiny. Make this kind of stuff easier. I don't know whether you can buy that. Maybe I should make them, she says, having no idea about how to make a brush, but like, just like to get into this wing bit that I like to put shimmer in. Somebody who knows how to make brushes, let me know. How do I go about that? I would just bring out like a whole line of like teeny tiny detail brushes, because you'll know I love a teeny tiny brush. I'm taking this up to, anyway, back on track. I'm taking this up to the edge where we've put the negative space. This is so beautiful. It's actually incredible. And it's so creamy. It honestly feels like a cream shadow. feel like the ARTtitude formula just gets better and better and better. And I am so here for it. I am actually going to take it out a little wider than first anticipated. Oh, it's just, oh, it's so pretty. It's so pretty. Right, I just want to do a little bit of deep, which is the dark purple, just to make sure that shadow is right up to the line of the wing, if that makes sense. Right, okay. I feel like I need something in the middle. Let's do Seduce in the middle, which is like a stunning purple. This just looks like a very metallic shimmer. Oh no, okay, we've got a bit of a shift to it. It's like a bluey purple. I'm just going to take that and kind of do that in the middle. Ooh, that's pretty. This would be like perfect as a summer shade. Like, I know this palette is not summery at all, but this would just, this all over the lid, maybe a bit of a lilac in the crease just to kind of blend it out. Wing, no wing, maybe even some little floral liners would look beautiful. And then we're going to go into Echoes. I don't know whether this is like a hollow chrome shade. It is! Ah! I'm fine. I'm totally fine. Oh my god. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Look at it. And against the purple, it looks so good. I feel like it would look good against anything dark, to be fair. It just makes the hollow really pop. Love. Right, I'm gonna go do the rest of my face and then I'm gonna come back. Okay, I've got everything on apart from my blush and my lips and obviously the rest of the eyes. So I wanted to do blush on camera. This is the new Glossier Seamless Cheek colour in the shade Plume, and I thought this would be really pretty with today's look. I've not used this yet, so we're going to be very careful because it's very dark. These haven't got any mirror in them, but I do think they're a really cute packaging. I don't even know what to expect by this. Are you powder? Are you cream? No, you are definitely powder. Okay, it's definitely very pretty. This is why we've got quite heavy freckles up here, because we are going to cover them with blush. Right, I'm literally going to take my blush brush. This is a Lorac LPO4. I'm going to do one tap. That doesn't seem like there's anything on there, but I'm trying to buy blush now. If I do buy blush, which I'm trying not to do, because the last thing I need is more blush. But if I do buy it, I'm trying to buy like a, that's so pretty. I'm trying to buy like different colours. So colours, I'm trying not to buy like pinks. Basically just pinks, because I don't have a lot of oranges. I don't have a lot of peaches. I just have a lot of pink. That is stunning. I really love that colour. Very excited to continue to use that. And then for the lips, another new one. This is the new Refi lipstick. This is in the shade Mulberry. Oh, I have twisted it up just to get it going. These are so weird. They're like a sponge tip applicator, but they've got like a glass, not a glass, a metal ball in the middle. Okay, it's thicker than I expected it to be. Okay. I expected it to be glossier. And I expected it to be darker. Look, you can see the metal ball in the middle now. I expected it to be glossier. I actually really like this applicator. It's a really good shape for the lips. And the little cooling ball in the middle feels really nice. Intrigued to try that more. intrigued by that one, definitely. Right, let's finish off the eyes. I had a really cute message from Pixie who wanted to send me some stuff, so I'm gonna use the Hello Kitty Endless Silky Eye Pen in London Fog in my waterline. This is like a metallic grey colour, which I thought would look really cool with the purple. And this look just feels like it's too much for like a mint or like a lavender waterline. Now, you know me, I'm very judgmental on an eyeliner pencil. It does feel very creamy. It's going on nicely. It's not as dark on the waterline as it looks in the pencil. I think if you want a silver for party season, this is really nice. It doesn't go as well with the look as I thought it would, but I don't hate it. I quite like that. I think that's really pretty. It doesn't look as sparkly as when you swatch it. Obviously they never do, but it's pretty. I like that. Right, let's do the under eyes. We're going to go back in with our old trusty pencil brush, JT-E7, and I think I'm going to do green under the eye. So we're going to start with Siren, which is that brighter green, and that is beautiful just on its own. I'm going to be honest, but I want it darker. I want it smokier. I do kind of wish there was a black, I must admit. Like, obviously I've got a million bajillion blacks in my collection, so I do not need a black shadow. However, if you're like an alternative makeup lover, I think you'd love this palette, but you might not necessarily have a black. I mean, I feel like everybody's probably got a black, but if this is like your first like more alternative palette purchase, and you've only ever bought like an Urban Decay Naked palette before, you might not have a black. And to be honest, I feel like I could take or leave this shade here called Abyss. There's nothing wrong with it, it's just like a grey shade that I'm probably never going to use, and I probably would use a black. But that's just me. Okay, we are going to go back in with that pencil brush we used before, the E35 from P. Louise. Was it this one I used? I don't know. It looks somewhat like this. I'm going to go into Cold, and we're going to put this down on the inner corner, mainly just because I want to see, I feel like it's going to be very cool on the inner corner. Now, I am not a matte inner corner person, but that looks sick. Are we leaving it like that? No, we're not. But I did just want to try it because it does look pretty darn cool. Also, I feel like this look would have looked even cooler with my green hair, but there we go. It's too late now. I'm fully aware that when I asked what colour I should do my hair next, everybody said like blue, purple. The thing is, if you are a coloured hair human, you will know that blues and purples are a bitch to get out. And I like to change my hair too much, so I'm back on the warmer side of things, and I am enjoying it quite heavily. Right, we might as well stick with this pencil brush now we're using it. We're gonna obviously use Moonlight. This looks beautiful. I'm very excited to put this on my eyeballs. Or inner corners, whatever you want to call them. Oh! Okay, this is like an iridescent, beautiful blue shade. Ooh, that's pretty. That's really pretty. Update on this lipstick, by the way, it feels so nice. It feels like a satiny bullet lipstick, which is kind of throwing me off because it's obviously a liquid lipstick, but I bought it on the Sephora sale and I almost bought more than one colour, and then I was like, what happens if you don't like it? That would be dumb. But now I'm like, oh, I should put more colours. Right, okay, what do we need to do? Eyelashes. I feel a bit topsy-turvy, so I put my lipstick on before I did my under eyes and it's kind of thrown me off. I've been thrown. Right, lashes are Jordana Tusha JT4s. Don't look at them. Don't look at them. They're well loved. I think I've used, I want to say I've been through, this is my 4th pair of these this year. I don't think these are going to make it out to the end of the year, unfortunately. So we will be having to open a 5th pair. Or potentially, maybe I should probably use something else. But I just love them. They're just so pretty. There's just, they're the perfect amount of like density, so they look like big lashes, but also they're not too dense, so you can't see all the work you've put into your eyeshadow underneath them, or like through them, if that makes sense. I don't know. You probably will only get that if you are a lash person. Human being. There's lash glue all over everything. This is the MUA lash glue. I really like the actual glue. The fact it pours out everywhere all the time, and I don't know why. It's just annoying. Okay, we're going in with some Hypnos waterproof. Although I did buy another cleansing balm, which I thought was very proactive of me, considering I'd only just opened the one I'm currently on. But I'm a bit of a cleansing balm snob, I'm not gonna lie. I've tried loads of different ones. I like the MUA one, I like the P. Louise one, but just nothing beats the Clinique one. And it's like 30 quid a tub, and I'm like basically washing this down the drain. It's tough out here, being a gal. Lash wearers, do you find yourself taking them on and off when they're just not, like, that just wasn't sitting right then? It just wasn't right. That's gonna do. It's not even the side you guys can see properly. It's fine. Okay, did I bring a hairbrush? No, I've not put any highlighter on. Using the Essence Soft Touch Highlighter in Soft Glaze. I feel like we need like a little more of a subtle highlight today, just so I don't like overshadow. Although this would look very pretty with the Cosmic Astral Radiance palette. Okay, full hair reveal. My fringes are orange. Yay. To be fair, I might do a fringe blue because fringes grow out, are easier to grow out. Okay, this is the final look. What do we think of this palette? What do we think of this look? I love how this came out. I love the negative space. I'm definitely going to be doing this again. I'm very excited to play more with this. It isn't quite as dark as when I first saw it. I was like, don't know if I'm going to love that, but it isn't as dark as it looks. And I think it's really beautiful. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Let me know what you think of the look. I love it. If you did enjoy this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. If you'd like to see more from me, hit subscribe. And if you want to make sure you never miss another video, hit the bell icon and YouTube will notify you next time I post. You've been fabulous. I've been Cola the Ball, and I'll see you next time. Bye guys.